100 years before the rise of the Empire, the Jedi Order and the Galactic Republic enjoyed peace. But a powerful few learned to use the Force in secret. A woman arrives in Weta, looking for a Jedi, and it doesn't take her long to find her. She approaches Master Indara and asks that she fight her with all her strength. But Master Indara doesn't want to, because she doesn't even know the woman. So the woman attacks the patrons instead, forcing Master Indara to fight back. Realizing that the woman is a trained fighter, Master Indara reports that an unidentified Force user is attacking them. The woman uses her daggers to attack Master Indara, but the Jedi Master skillfully blocks every attack. When she gets too close, Master Indara sees the mark on her forehead. Now that her identity is known, the woman reveals she came to kill Jedi. The woman notices the barkeep hasn't left the place, and she uses her dagger to attack him. Master Indara saves the barkeep but fails to stop the dagger that hits her heart when she is looking away. Osha Anastasia wakes up inside a ship, and she immediately greets her droid, Pip. She has a lot of work to do that day, but she's lucky she doesn't have to do it alone. The ship has to be repaired outside, and she and her friend are tasked to do the dangerous work. A ship's external part explodes, but thanks to her droid, she manages to fix it quickly. Though she's busy, she doesn't fail to notice the Jedi ship that approached them. A knight named Yord is looking for Osha, and he greets the ship's owner, sure that the one he's looking for works for him. The owner denies it at first, knowing that it's illegal to have a Mennek do ship repairs because of how dangerous it is. But Yord manages to meet Osha, and she's pleased to see an old friend who used to train to be a Jedi. He explains the reason why he came, and Osha is surprised to learn that she's wanted for killing a Jedi Master. She explains that it's impossible because she's been busy working. But a witness walks in and insists that it was Osha who killed the Jedi and ruined the bar. Master Vernestra knows that Sul is close to Master Indara, so she wants to deliver the news herself. She reveals that the suspect is Sol's old Padawan, Osha Anastasia. Sol can't believe it because he doesn't see any reason why Osha would kill Master Indara. He explains that he and Indara saved Osha from a terrible fire in Brendok. However, Master Vernestra insists that the evidence against Osha is strong. She reminds Sol that they have to deliver swift justice discreetly so their political enemies can't use it against them. A droid warden looks after Osha and the other prisoners during their transport. The criminals plan to escape by taking the pilot droids out and attacking the warden, and they ask if Osha wants to go with them. Knowing that the plan could kill them, Osha says no. However, the prisoners still go with their plan. They manage to free themselves and get to the escape pods, leaving Osha behind to die. Luckily, Osha is able to use Pip to free herself. She is about to leave, but she doesn't want to leave the dangerous prisoner traveling with them, so she goes back to free him. Unfortunately, he attacks her and takes the escape pod for himself, leaving Osha on the ship. The prisoner's mutiny is revealed, and they're quick to blame Osha, saying she planned the whole thing. But Master Vernestra tells Sol that Osha is missing and has possibly crashed on Karlak. Sol uses the Force and learns that Osha saved a prisoner, which is why she got left behind. He requests to go to Karlak himself to bring Osha in. Vernestra gives him permission, but he can only bring a small team so as not to catch attention. Osha survives the crash after strapping herself to a seat. Though she's alone, she's haunted by her twin sister Mae, admitting that she was the one who killed Indara. Osha wakes up from her dream and finds herself still stuck on Karlak. Meanwhile, Sol shares with Jackie that he saved Osha when she was a kid. Osha's sister Mae started a fire, and it killed their entire family. When they reach Karlak, they look for Osha right away, but Osha starts running away from them, knowing that she's wanted for killing a Jedi. When Sol finds her, Osha insists that she didn't kill Indara. Osha falls off the edge, but Sol saves her again. Then Osha reveals that her twin sister Mae is still alive. Meanwhile, Mae is talking to someone, telling her that an Acolyte kills without a weapon. After that, Mae arrives in Aliga. She bribes a kid to mess up with the local Jedi Temple's security so she can enter. She finds Master Torbin alone in a room and in his deep meditation. She tries confronting him, but none of her attacks manage to make contact. She leaves immediately when she realizes the guards have found out someone has entered the temple. Sol receives an update from Vernestra, reporting that a suspect who matched Osha's description broke into a Jedi temple in Aliga. Thinking that it's Mae, Sol's next mission is to take his team and Osha to Aliga to investigate. Mae asks her friend Shimir to make her a poison. She wants to please her master by killing another Jedi, but it is impossible to penetrate the Force protecting Master Torbin. So, Shimir hands her a poison that she can use to kill her target. When Sol and his team reach Aliga, the temple guard explains to them what happened. They bring in the kid who messed with the temple security, and the boy pointed to Osha, saying she was the one who bribed him. Even though the guard says Master Torbin hasn't spoken to anyone in over 10 years, Sul believes Torbin will talk to him. Inside the temple, Mae finds Master Torbin still meditating. She knows he can hear her, so she gives him a choice. Either he confesses his crime to the Jedi Council or receives forgiveness from Mae by drinking the poison. She then puts down the vial. Master Torbin opens his eyes, saying he's been waiting for Mae. Then he apologizes to her and takes the poison in front of her. When Osha enters the temple, she feels something pulling her to a room. She walks in, separated from the group, and finds Master Torbin lying on the floor, already dead. The guards walk in and suspect Osha to be the killer, but Yor defends her. They quickly inspect the body and realize that Master Torbin took the poison willingly. They figure they can get the ingredients in a shop, but when they check it, they find an unfamiliar face looking after the store. Osha volunteers to pretend to be Mae, talk to the man, and gather the necessary information. Sol agrees, and he instructs Yord and Jeki to back her up. Osha walks into the store, pretending to be Mae, and Chimere quickly gets fooled. At first, he thinks Mae killed Torbin without poison, adding that her master would be very pleased. After getting the confession, Sul confronts Chimere, asking about Mae and their master. But Chimere explains that he's just a supplier, and Mae will be back later that night if they want to catch her. So they decide to wait. Osha wants to confront her sister herself, but Sul insists that he will do it alone. He advises Osha to let go of her grief and anger. So Osha warns Sol that Mae wants to kill 4 Jedi who were stationed on their home planet 16 years ago, and Sol was one of the 4. But Sol still asks Osha to have faith in her sister. When Mae finally shows up, she starts attacking Sol. Sol keeps asking who trained her, but Mae refuses to give up her master's name. She continues to attack Sol without a weapon. So Sol finally uses the Force to know who Mae's master is, but he finds out that even Mae doesn't know the real identity of her master. Mae is surprised when Sol reveals Osha is still alive. However, when they're about to arrest her, Mae manages to escape. Osha catches her sister escaping and shoots her, but she misses. The next day, Mae confronts Chimere for ratting her out. To make it up to her, Chimere says he already found Mae's last target hiding in Kofar. Years ago, before Osha met Sul, she lived on a planet called Brendok with her family. She liked doing things on her own, even though her twin sister Mae always wanted them to be together. Mother Kirill caught the twins wandering off again, even reaching the part of the planet where they weren't allowed to go. She quickly warned them that all actions had consequences and advised them not to go there again. Mother Anastasia was so pleased that the twins were about to undergo the ceremony soon, but she was also worried about the Jedi spaceship that landed on the planet. Mother Coral revealed that the twins wandered off again and told Mother Anastasia that she had to be firm when disciplining the girls. To prepare the twins, Mother Anastasia explained the importance of the thread, the same thing as the Force. She demonstrated how to use it and reminded the twins how the thread would become stronger if they used it together. But Mae and Osha were fighting again, and no one listened to the lecture. To prove to Mother Kirill that she was not too lenient on the kids, Mother Anastasia used the thread to make them stop fighting. Then she asked them to defend themselves. Mae managed to block the attack, but Osha just hid behind her sister, much to Mother Coral's disappointment. Mother Anastasia sensed Osha's reluctance, so she talked to the girls before the ceremony. Osha admitted that she didn't want to take part in the ascension. Mae was so mad at her sister, and she reminded her that it was the only way they could become witches. Mother Anastasia felt sorry for Osha, but knew the importance of the ritual to their people. She made the girls hold hands and explained to them how important it was that they do the ceremony together. When it was time for the ritual, Mother Anastasia reminded her people that it was the first time in a long time they'd be doing the ceremony after they got exiled. They were hunted and persecuted because others thought their powers were dark. They started their chants, harnessing the thread, and preparing to welcome the girls. Mae went first, and without any doubts, she accepted the gift. A mark appeared on her forehead, proving that the ritual was successful. It was Osha's turn, and she didn't want to say yes. However, feeling the pressure around her, she eventually did. But before Mother Anastasia could finish the ritual, their guards announced the arrival of the Jedi. Master Indara walked into the room and greeted them, saying they didn't know the planet had inhabitants. But Mother Anastasia knew it was a lie and believed that the Jedi showed up for a reason. She introduced herself as the mother of their coven of witches. Master Indara admitted they came because they believed the coven was training children. She reminded the witches that the Republic prohibited such actions. But Mother Anastasia said they were not part of the Republic. They denied that there were children on the planet, but Osha was so curious about the visitors that she approached them immediately when they asked her to come closer. Sul told young Osha that she would make a good Jedi someday. Mother Anastasia attacked Torbin, who was just a Padawan back then. She wanted the Jedi to leave, but Osha insisted she wanted to take the test. During a council meeting, Mother Anastasia said they should let Osha take the test. But Mother Kirill was worried that the Jedi would find out how Anastasia created the two girls, so they decided they would just ask the girls to fail the test. Mae didn't want Osha to leave, so she made her promise to fail. Mae went first. When it was Osha's turn, she had a hard time lying. Sul quickly realized it and asked the girl if someone asked her to lie. Then Sul explained that he was younger than Osha when the Jedi found out that he was special. Osha felt comfortable with Sul and finished the test without having to lie. Mae was furious when she realized that her twin had broken her promise. But Mother Anastasia talked to Osha to know what she really wanted, and Osha admitted that she didn't want to share her life with her twin. She wanted to be a Jedi. Mae didn't want to let Osha go, so she threatened to kill her to stop her from leaving. Osha was caught off guard, and she found herself stuck in their room as Mae started a fire. Luckily, she found an escape door and made it to the other side. She heard the witches screaming as their home started burning down, everything collapsing in on them. She found Mae on the other side of a broken bridge, but it collapsed before they could escape. Sul managed to grab Osha's hand, promising not to let her go. When Osha woke up, she was on the ship with the Jedi. Sul explained to her what happened, and Osha insisted they had to go back and help the others. But Sul revealed that everyone already died in the fire, including Mother Anastasia and Mae. Back in Brendok, Mae survived the fire that killed her coven, but she quickly found out she was the only one left. What do you guys think of this series so far? That's the first 3 episodes, and a lot of people do not like this series. Should I cover more?
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like. It really helps the channel.